Stream. I'm just waiting for Vanessa to jump on. We're going to go ahead and get started. Here she is. Perfect. Accept.
Yeah. Cheers, my girl.
Hi. Welcome. I'm so excited about this new series that we've launched now after the new year. I mean, can we just take a second and acknowledge? This is powerful. This is so fun. And I'm so happy for everybody that's tuning in with us on this divine Femme experience that we are launching. And you're going to hear more about that because we're going to talk about it all the time. But
and you know what, Sarah, my girl, not to interrupt, but sometimes like what's so funny, and we're going to talk about this guys, this whole 11th hour thing, and I'm loving this discussion today, but without us even saying anything, I know you guys are so in tune, feel like there is so much shifting. Hello, you guys, we see you so much. So thank you for those that have been with us the last several months. Thank you so much as you tap into, and it's exciting and nervous, but all the feels, like it feels so good. It feels so right. It just works, which are three things that I love to say and I always trust. So thank you, those listening on the podcast, on the live stream. I have chills. I'm like shaking. This is a moment right here of something really powerful that you guys get to be in the middle of and starting with us. I just want to say thank you. I just wanted to say I'm proud of you, Sarah. I'm proud of us. Thank you so much for your strength, for everything, and for what's to unfold, you guys. Holy shit! Lots is about to go down.
This brings me to a conversation that I was just having with one of our clients who was like, holy shit, I feel like I'm rising from the ashes all over again, right? And it's what a year 2021 has been. And I know the collective is feeling this. So much shifting, so much transformation, so much alignment. But like I always say, like a lot of times coming into alignment with your purpose, your mission, your gift, who you're here to serve, your voice, your authentic self, the universe will challenge you, right? Because all the things that are not in alignment are going to be popping up for you to look at, for you to clear, for you to transmute, for you to make decisions around and discern. And so many. And it's so funny because with so much shifting that has gone on right at the end of the year, right before 2022, and literally catapulting, right? Like, I know so many, and we primarily work with females, but obviously Divine Feminine is not a gender specific thing, but so many have been going through the thick of it in 2021 and present company included, right? The time to rise is now. I'm waiting for that. And when we talk about the 11th hour, there's one thing that I want to share, and then Vanessa, definitely jump in if you feel, whenever you feel like it. But I wanted to share that oftentimes when you're in this momentum and you know things are shifting and you know things are changing and you know that there's pieces that are not in alignment or that are in alignment, but you're going through it. It's not an accident that in the 11th hour, like when you hold out, like we're talking about manifestation, sure, we're talking about transformation, sure, we're talking about faith, we're talking about surrender. At the ultimate thing is in that 11th hour. In order to hold strong like that, it really requires, and I'm saying unwavering faith, but faith itself is already unwavering. Faith is faith. Faith is faith. And part of that falling into faith and really embodying full faith that everything is working out, even when it looks like it's not, because this is when it all looks impossible, when it's all a shit show and you're trying to make sense of it, right?
Total shit show.
It's a total shit show and you're trying to make sense of it. There's a faith that is coupled with a deep level of surrender. When you actually, is when the miracle occurs, when you can really stop fighting the resistance and surrender. But I just wanted to add that there.
Girl, that's beautiful. And I was playing with this phrase of like, even amongst this shit show, you guys, and give us a heart tap, or if you're listening, just go within yourself. Like, have you experienced this shit show that we're talking about? Like this last 11th hour of the year where, like you've been calling in all these things, you've been wanting to manifest, you think things are going a certain way, and maybe even that thing seems good for a second, like there are some good parts about it. but you know deep in your soul that something just isn't clicking in. Something just it's one little sliver that can just feel off, and that's your sign for everything. And so many times people hold on to that one little slice of goodness when they know there's a sliver of, something not aligned or something not right, because they don't walk in that unwavering faith. And I've been a victim of that for so long too. So when we say unwavering faith, it literally is, it's unwavering, you guys. And I've been playing with this whole quote that, even amongst this shit show, truly, if you can trust that even when it seems like everything's falling apart, oh my God, does it seem like everything's falling apart? You guys trust me, trust Sarah. We say, nothing's falling apart. Everything is falling into place. It's falling into place. And I have full body chills right now because in our 3D eyes, right, and everything around us, it looks like it's a shit show. It looks like everything's just kind of crazy. And I'm going to bring this up. That's not to say, you guys, and Sarah and I are talking from experience as well. We always teach what we go through. It's not to say that there won't be pain. There'll be a ton of pain. Like there is the pain, there is the lot, there's all that stuff that we can't ignore. But when we address it, it's there. I always say, remember, you get your power back. When you address it, you acknowledge it, you get that power back. So, this is when it comes up. And this whole 11th hour thing, so many people that we work with too, like they've had these big dreams, these big things. Like I said, it's been going so well the whole year. And then that 11th fucking hour, like you call for a big sign because in your heart, you can feel it, you guys. And we work with people that are in tune. You listening right now are so in tune, whether you know it or not. It's an ability it's part of us. It's who we are. So tap into that, master that, like grow that, because you'll have these feelings. And then when you have that feeling, can you say the prayer, ask for your answer? And when you get it, can you still trust it's all going to fall into place? It's not falling apart. It's falling into place. And knowing that, surrendering to that, and holding that deep in your soul, even when it still is a shit show, because on the other side of that, this is where I get so freaking lit. I'm not going to cry. Maybe I will. Who knows? Let's be transparent. On the other side of that is more joy, more alignment, more flow, more goodness, more excitement, so much more. And when we settle, you guys, which so many of the people we work with do, which is why they work with us, when you settle and you don't trust that even in that 11th hour when something doesn't feel right, on the other side is so much more. And not more in a beautiful way. Divine Femme we work with, right? This beautiful creation of abundance and true higher frequency, that kind of more we're talking about. It's an energetic shift. And I feel like I'm talking in circles, but this topic is powerful. So thank you guys listening for being with Sarah and I as we talk about this. Obviously, we're so passionate about it, but this is really a cool thing for people to master and remember. So I don't know if you want to jump in, Sarah, but this is
no. Wow. I was just reading some of the comments while you're talking and taking in what you said. And, and Agnes says, we don't fight the darkness, we bring the light. And that's so true. This is where we talk about surrender, full faith and surrender. And Ashley says she's ready to take that trust fall with the universe and really surrender. And, the image that came to me while you were talking that I wanted to share is, you're building, this level of this, you're stepping into your new level, right? Abundance, prosperity, mission, whatever that is for you. And, if you think about, like, if you're going to go build a house, right? And there's a house there that's all in shambles and there's all this stuff that's not sitting on a strong foundation. Sometimes you come and you clear the house, right? Before you build this new beautiful empire, before you have this new, beautiful thing that's built on solid truth, that's built on solid truth, right? Love, peace, ease, flow, freedom, all of the foundational pillars that we like to incorporate into, our business models and our life. And so can you trust in those moments in the 11th hour when all appears impossible and it looks like a complete shit show, that nothing is going your way? Can you trust that the universe is just clearing like a big bulldozer the foundation, the pieces, the remnants of the old that is no longer allowed to be in your future, that is no longer part of who you are? And sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable to the degree that we cling to it, to the degree that we resist it, to the degree that we've attached to it, to the degree that we've identified with it, right? And the more that you're able to fall into this faith and surrender and detach from that and witness it, this is where all of a sudden it's like,
I feel that, girl, that like shoulders down, kind of like, woo. You want to sing a song? Yes, absolutely.
and then that's when the universe should, and like you said, the spirit, asking for the sign, when you're in these moments in your darkest hour. I've had so many come to Jesus moments over the course of the spiritual process. I feel like I've risen from the ashes like 1,000 times. I know our clients are right there with us.
Yes.
And it's, in those moments that you consider quote unquote dark, when you think things aren't working out for you, when you have the awareness and the inner urge to ask for the sign, the synchronicity, the next step, you are always, always, always supported, and it will come to you in the most divinely guided way, in the most divinely timed way. It's just beautiful. And so working with the spiritual law of faith and these higher spiritual principles is what we're so passionate about. When you can integrate these not only in your life, but also in your business, watch out, because now, wow, I mean, you really can't separate the two. They are one and of the same. What you're creating and birthing into the world is one and of the same. You can't separate, your life and your business, especially if you're a spiritual entrepreneur. They are one and the same. And your business, your mission, whatever it is you want to refer to it as, is also going to be this growth, this ascension tool that's going to challenge you to get out of that comfort zone and to stop the sabotage and the limited beliefs and the lack mindset and the poor boundaries and all the things, in order for you to fully, like we always talk about, come into this fully self-expressed, most magnetic, most full on, turned on version of yourself.
Yes. Ow. And you know what? I think the universe, I believe, this is my belief, there's so much humor. And then you find out how much you even do, even when you come across feelings or emotions you don't think you can handle one more day, and then you do. You wake up the next day and you're like, oh my God, I'm still alive. You just grew that much. Unwavering faith, guys. Can you walk away today with unwavering faith? What you've called in is already yours. But are you nitpicking every second, or are you literally trusting, living in flow, in alignment, which is what we talk about? So major difference, but powerful difference. And it's an easy switch if you allow it to be. Again, does not mean there won't be the darkness, the pain, but you are so much stronger than that you can accomplish anything. So just trust that, which you guys know. You guys are smart people, but we just got to remind each other sometimes.
Perfect. Well, we love you guys, and we are going to be here every Wednesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to learn more about how to work with us in the Divine Femme Experience, or our signature program, which is Sacred Leader Academy, which helps you build a mission-driven soul empire and create your freedom lifestyle at the same time, DM us. We can always connect you with the next steps. And then any last words, Vanessa?
Have a kick-ass day, you guys. It's a new year. Clear that energy. Let's bring in some new energy for this year, and let's really rock 2022. I love you guys.
Perfect.
Cheers, y'all.
Yes. Namaste. See you Friday.
Bye, guys.